This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so tell me what is the index value of the 0? Sorry, O.
4.
4 is the index value of O. Yeah. If you, for example, if you given the index value out of the string, and if, for example, we have how many lost index value? What is the index value in this string?
N
5,
minus 1.
5 is the lost index value, right? So I just normally asking. So here 5 is the index lost index value. So for example, I am giving S of 10. Then what it displays? S of 10. So we don't have 10 index value in the string, right? Then it displays an error. So it displays an error that string index out of range. So we have to pass within a range index values only. Okay. Otherwise it displays this error, index error, string index out of range. Is it clear? Okay. So for example, I am giving a string Python. If I want to change any letter using indexing, is possible or not? We will check that. So for example, I'm taking same workshop as my string. So I want to change R with Z. So what is the index value of R?
2, ma'am.
Index value of R 2. 2 is my index value of R. So displays R. I want to change this R with Z. So S of 2 equal to, I'm using single equal to. This means assigning, right? So I'm giving one string, that is Z. After that I will print our string S. So it displays an error that string object is not supported item assignment. So because string is immutable. Immutable means we can't change the value after assigning. Okay. In a given string we can't change the strings. Okay. So because it is immutable, string is immutable. Okay. Is it clear? No. So for example, next one I will discuss about negative indexing. So negative indexing is opposite to positive indexing. That means it checks whether right to left. Okay. Starts from right side. And it holds -1. So in positive indexing it starts with 0, right? So in negative indexing it starts with -1. So that means start with -1 means, for example, here we have string s equal to workshop, right? So here negative index it takes starts from right side, means p. Here p is the -1 and o is the -2, h is -3, s is -4, like that. Okay. So I will take another string. So I will give s1 of -1. It displays lost e value. From right side, lost one e. So if I want I, then what is the negative indexing value? If I want I,
-3.
-3, okay. Someone said that -4. No, it starts with minus. So E is -1, N is -2, I is -3. Okay, not -4. It is -3. So if you have any doubt, just I will print everything. So if the index value is -12, then what it displays? If I give index value as -12, then it displays an error because -12 is not present in this string. Okay, we have only -6 up to -6. That's why it displays an error that -12 is out of range. Okay, so comparing to positive indexing, negative indexing is opposite. Yeah, what is the use? We will discuss in further topics, further examples. Okay. So now you will understand the positive indexing and negative indexing. Yeah, we will do that. Just let me know, is the positive indexing and negative indexing is clear? It starts with -1, -2, -3, -4, like that. Okay. So how we will write indexing? What is the syntax of the indexing? Just we will give the variable, what is string variable? That variable, string variable of position. Okay. This is the syntax for indexing. That is a positive indexing or negative indexing, same syntax. It follows the same syntax. Okay. Next we have another thing, that is slicing. So someone microphone is on, please mute yourself. Okay. So next we have another thing, that is slicing. So for here we will get only single elements, right? So using positive indexing and negative indexing, we will get only single letter, right? Yes or no? So using positive indexing, negative indexing, we will get only single letter. So if you want a middle word or something, if I want YTH, then we will use slicing. So next one, sorry, string slicing. So to retrieve the specific string by using slicing, we can use slicing for retrieve the specific string. So slicing is nothing but a cutting into pieces. So I want only white, then it cuts that YTH from this string. So for slicing syntax is, so we have to pass the string variable. Then we have to give start value, colon, end value. If you want any difference between that, and for example, I want only P, T, O. Means I want only P, T, O. Then what we'll do, we have to use the step values, right? So that's why here we have another option, step. So for step, we have to add +1 here. That's it. That is the syntax for string slicing. So in practical, we will see that. So I'm taking another string, hello. Python workshop. So here space is also takes index value or not? Yes, space takes also an index value. So what is the index value of this space? Can anyone tell me what is the index value of this space?
6, ma'am.
6.
6.
In negative indexing? So it displays nothing.
-9, ma'am.
-9.
Positive is 7, madam.
Positive is 6, negative is -9.
So 7, ma'am. So it doesn't display anything
7,
because
ma'am.
it is a space. It doesn't visible, right? Because it is not visible, but it has a space, right? That's why. If you print space, it displays nothing because it is a space. So using negative indexing, -9. Yeah. So space not visible, that it displays nothing. So now we will discuss about slicing. I will take same example, S2. So here S2 is, I want so already discussed the syntax of string slicing, right? So what is the syntax of string slicing? S2 of start value, end value, step value, right? So if I give only start value, it accepts or not? Let me take. So for example, I want to start with from T. What is the T value of indexing?
2.
2. So I'm taking 2. Next step. I don't give any end value. I just use colon because it is a syntax. So I will write syntax again here. String variable of start colon end colon step plus 1. So someone microphone is on, please mute yourself. Okay. So I'm just giving the here 2 colon. I didn't mention any end value. I only given start value. Then what it displays? Can anyone tell me what it displays?
టు ఎండ్ మేడం 2 టు ఎండ్ వరకు ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది మేడం.
Yes, it displays 2 to end because we are not mention any end value. That's why it displays by the end,
Yes.
up to end. Okay, like this. So for example, I'm giving an end value here 2 to. I want to display it from for ending value s. So I want only thon space works up to s. Then what we will give? So what is the ending value for up to s? What is the ending value?
11, ma'am.
11. Sorry. So okay. If you want to include s also, we have to give n plus 1. So in syntax, we have to add n plus 1. If we give 12, then it displays up to 11. Okay. So normally it is also a excluded value. If you want to include that value, we have to add plus 1. Is this clear? So I'm just given colon here, s2 colon. Then what it displays? Displays everything. From it means it doesn't give any start value or any end value. That's why it takes overall thing. Okay. So for example, I'm giving only end value. I didn't give it any starting value. Then what it displays? For example, I'm giving 8. So I didn't give in any started value. Only I have given ended value. Okay. Then what it displays? It ends at index value 8. What is the index value of 8? 7, 8 up to O.
Whoa, ma'am.
Right? So it displays only O. What it displays? From yeah, from Python, from P, starting P to O. So you can give any as many ways as you can. Okay. So let me see the step value also here. I'm taking so here I will write an example. Starting is included. If you want to exclude ending, you have to add plus 1 here. Okay. So first step also it is excluded. That's why we add plus 1. So taking an example. So I'm taking 0 to 6 value. 0 to 6. 0 to 6 means what it displays? 0 colon 6. Then it displays Python, right? So in step value I given 1 year. So colon step value 1. Then what it displays? So it starts with 0, ends with 6. but we have given step value as 1. 1 means I'm not included anything. It's only 1. 1 means we have, that is nothing, right? It displays same thing because step value we have to perform, we have to add +1. So 1, let me take step value as 2. Then you will get the difference. What much is the difference? You will get 1 difference. So what it displays? It displays P, it doesn't displays Y, it displays T, it doesn't displays H, it displays O, it doesn't displays N. Okay. Did you get what this in slicing what will happen in step? So 0 to 6 means Python. We have Python. If you use a step value 2, then it differentiate 1 only because step is excluded, right? If you want to differentiate 3, then we have to give 4 here. If you want to differentiate 5, then you have to 6 here. You have to add 1 element to step. Okay. So here I will give 2. That means you have difference only 1. Okay. So if you have any doubt, I just give like this. Okay. So here 1 is this my step value and it is excluded value. So I want NHY. Sorry. Yeah. I want NKP. NKP. Then what? Sorry. WKO. I want WKO. Then what will get? So in this workshop, I want WKO. So how much you want to give step value? So I want WKO. So what is starting value and what is the ending value and what is the step value we have to give for that WKO?
11, 12,
So starting value 7. We have to
7,
start with W. That's why we are giving 7. And next ending
16,
value 16.
16,
Okay. Next step value
2,
2 means you will get only 1 difference. So here we have 2 difference, right? So that's why we are
3,
adding 3.
3.
If you give 3, it takes only 2 difference. Yeah, we will get WKO. Okay. So if the string is very long, then we don't give end value as here. Just we will give nothing. Then it takes. For example, I'm giving 2. So I have long string. That's why I didn't count. Then it gives like nothing. Just give 3 here. I didn't pass any end value. then also it gives same result. Is this clear? So if you want up to n, then you don't have any n value. It defaultly takes n value if you give empty. Okay. So for example, I'm giving only step value. I didn't give any start value or any end value. I just only give. So my step value is 2. Then what it displays? I didn't give any start value or any end value. I only give step value 2. Here step value 2 means difference 1. Okay, this is 14. Okay. PTHO. No, displays from starting P. So there is a difference 1, right? So that's why it doesn't display Y. It displays T. It doesn't display H. It displays O. It doesn't display N. So here difference is 1 only. That's why if we print P, then next element will not be printed. Okay. Difference is 1 only. Is it clear or not? I'm not giving any start value. That's why it displays, it checks for overall string. Yeah. Okay. So this is only for using positive indexing, right? These all slice values are using only positive indexing. Uh, can we do with negative indexing also?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can. So just we will try it. Using negative indexing also I will try. So I want on work, on space work. Using negative indexing, what we will give?
-10,
Okay, -10,
-3.
-3. So here we have some issue. I will give you. So some people think like that. Its start value is -3 and end value is -10. It doesn't take like that. Okay. So first of all, we have to give. We have to count from the right side onwards, right? That's why it will take like this. So someone asked me. So if we combine both positive and negative indexing, can we do that? So
Yes,
for
madam.
example, I'm taking a string with index value 2 and negative indexing I'm giving. I want to n value I want to s. What is the s negative value? Negative index value?
-4.
-4. Yes, you can. for example, I'm giving first negative index, next positive index. Then what will happen? So for example, I'm taking here -1 and 4. Is it supports? So -1 means loss P, 4 means H. It supports or not?
Yes, madam. It's support.
No, it doesn't support. It displays nothing. So because negative indexing also have syntax, we have to start from highest value to lowest value. Okay, and starting value must be highest value. I mean -10. I'm not about science. I'm just telling the numbers only. Okay. So here 10 is max value. That's given in the starting value. Okay. So someone asked me. So for example, I'm giving s of -1 colon colon 4. 4 means 4 is the step value, right? 4 means three step value we have. So I didn't give any ending value. What it displays or not. It only displays only P only. Okay. In line by line, I will check. Then we will discuss it. Okay. So for example, I given -1 colon. What it displays? -1 colon. Then what it displays?
P. Yes.
P. Right. So it is a lost P or the starting P?
Last P.
Last P, right? So for example, I'm giving then what it displays? S of colon -1.
Python workshop.
Displays everything, but it doesn't displays -1 because -1 is here excluded. So we didn't give 0. If you give 0, it doesn't displays the result because it doesn't supports 0 here. For example, I want to include P also here, and here lost P also I have to include. Then I will give 0 here. It supports or not? It doesn't supports. Okay. So we have only starting positive indexing, it starts with 1. Negative indexing, it starts with -1. We don't have 0 value. Okay. So for example, I'm giving from lowest value to highest value. Like I'm giving -2 to -5. It then displays the value because I already said that starting value must be highest value. Okay. Ending value must be lowest value in negative index. Is this clear? So comparing to ending value, lowest value must be higher in values. S of 0 means we only print indexing value. We didn't get any end value. Here we are using slicing. In slicing, we didn't pass the starting value. We pass only 0th value. We don't have any 0th value in slicing. In indexing, we have S of 0. If you use slicing, then we didn't give any zeros. Okay. So I will take, for example, I'm giving starting value is nothing, ending value also nothing. I'm just giving step value. Step value as -1. Then what it displays? If you observe this, what it displays? Reverse. So overall string must be in reverse. Okay. So this is the operation for reversing the string. So for example, I am giving print is of colon colon -2. Then what we will get? Colon colon -2. It displays with difference. With a difference, one difference.
PHK.
Two with difference 2, because we already said that step value is excluded. For including, we have to add 1, right? So if we give 2, then step value means what is the difference? We have 1 difference. That's why it displays. If P is printing, next O doesn't print. H prints, S doesn't print. It has 1 difference. We are using negative indexing, right? Negative step value. That's why it displays in reverse format. Reverse string with the difference 1. Is it clear? If I want to give particular element, so for example, I want to take only workshop. So I want only workshop in reverse. Then what will give? Workshop in reverse using negative indexing. So what is the starting value of the negative indexing workshop? So we are using -8 to -1, and step value. So I want to only displace in reverse format. I didn't want any difference. That's why we are using only -1. So it displays nothing. Why? Because okay. For example, I am giving -1 to -8 with reverse. So we are using reversing the string, right? That's why we have to give like this. If you give normally, it displays. But if you use step value as step value, because you are reversing the element, then we have to pass it reverse. It is in reverse. Okay, is this clear? If you want to reverse that element using negative indexing, you have to pass this element as elements in reverse only. Is it clear or not? Did you get this? Is it clear or not? Is clear or not? If you don't understand, just will explain once again. Yeah, okay. సో మీరు నెగిటివ్ ఇండెక్స్ యూజ్ చేసి రివర్స్ చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే మీకు స్టార్టింగ్ వాల్యూ ఎండ్ వాల్యూ రివర్స్ ఇవ్వాలి. నార్మల్లీ అయితే మీకు ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పాను, హైయెస్ట్ వాల్యూ ముందు ఇవ్వాలి, నెక్స్ట్ లోయెస్ట్ వాల్యూ ఇవ్వాలని చెప్పాను. అదే ఫాలో అవ్వాలి. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు రివర్స్ దట్ ఎలిమెంట్, దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ లైక్ దిస్. So here we are using negative stepping, right? If you give positive stepping with negative index values, then what will get? So for example, I'm taking minus 10 to minus 3, then step value positive indexing, I'm taking as 3, then it works or not?
Yeah. We have to give -3.
No, you can give positive also. So here we will get from 10 to minus 10 to 3 means what will get? N to works, right? So difference 3 means you will get only N R only. Sorry, NOS. Okay, here space also counts, right? So that's why two difference, right? So N and there is two difference, that is space and W. Next O prints. Next after O we have two difference, that is RK. Next we have S, that prints. So no it will prints. Is it correct? Is here? You can use positive indexing in negative numbers also, but you cannot give if you want to use, then only use minus. Otherwise, use positive indexing only. So in step value, minus means for reverse. Okay. If you don't want to reverse that element, you can use positive step values. Is it clear or not? No. So someone asked me S of -1. So it starts from -1. Unadditive any ending value. What it displays? It does only P only, right? Because it starts -1. -1 means lost P. After -1, it didn't have any elements, right? So, so someone asked me what it displays if you use print of S of -1::4. Someone asked me about this. So if you use -1, what it displays? -1 means lost, right? After -1, we didn't have any elements. Only we have only P. So that we don't have any elements. That's why it displays only P. Clear? In negative indexing, you have to start with the higher number. Okay? Not with lowest number. If you use lowest number, then means you are using only lost P. After that, you don't have any elements. Okay? So is slicing is clear? Positive slicing and negative slicing also clear or not? Okay. So in strings, we can we use predefined functions? Means built-in functions. So we have some built-in functions like min, max, sum, sorted length, etc. I will check some of the predefined functions with this string. Okay, it supports or not, we will check that. I only check few. So because we have 67 built-in functions, if you check all functions, then it's time taken. So here, uh, for this string, we can check max value. Did anyone tell me what is the maximum letter in this Python string? Y. Why you are telling that Y is a maximum element?
Alphabet value.
Yeah, okay. So here alphabet wise it checks. Yeah, that's it. So I will write all functions except sum. So here the maximum value is Y and the minimum value is H, because in alphabetic order it displays Y in last place like this. So if you sorted the elements, it displays in alphabetic order, right? That's why it takes as a h as a minimum value, y as a maximum value. And length of the string. Length means how many elements it have. So it have 6 elements. That's why length is 6. Uh, can we do sum for this? Can we do that? Sum of C? Yes. Okay. How can we sum? Because it has all alphabets, right? We didn't sum the sum the alphabets. That's why it displays unsupported operand type plus, because it is a, yeah, comparing to ASCII values. For example, it takes ASCII values, then all numbers are integers only, right? So that's why it doesn't displays in string. So if you take in string with numbers, then it is possible or not? So same, I'm just copying this printing. In Python, I'm giving 1456 to 9. Okay, we didn't give any, didn't follow any order. Okay, so for this it will support some, yes or no? Yes, you can. So you can or not. So here also it takes only, because it is a string, right? If you give numbers also, it takes as a string only. Okay. Because all are strings only. That's why it is a maximum value 9 and minimum value 1. It displays an order, displays length also, but it doesn't support sum. In string, sum doesn't support. Okay. We cannot concatenate string values. Okay. That's why it displays, we didn't have any sum for string. Yeah. You can change, you can typecast the string with integer, then you can sum that. So for example, I'm taking same string, we are taking D string, right? I'm just copying this. Then I will concatenate, typecast this with integer. Then I will print of that values. So int object is not a trouble. Okay. So if you give that elements in list format, then it supports. If you give like this, it doesn't support. Okay. For example, I'm taking in list, uh, in, yeah, you can add two strings. So if you use single quotes or double quotes, it has a string, right? So because of that string, we cannot sum that element if it is a, if you, for example, I'm taking it as a float value, then it supports or not. Then also it doesn't support. Normally, int object is not iterable. Yeah, int or float objects are not iterable. That's why it gives me that error. If you use list, then it is possible using sum. Okay. In string, it doesn't support. Is it clear or not? If you use if you use string, then some function will not be supports. Okay. So next we will discuss the string methods. So let me see what are the methods we have in string using dir. So we have dir built-in function, right? So using dir we can print the methods of the string. I'm using str here. So I want side by side, that's why I'm using end. సో అండర్ స్కోర్ ఉన్నవన్నీ మనకి అట్రిబ్యూట్స్ అవుతాయి. అవి కాకుండా ఉన్నవి మనకి మెథడ్స్. సో ఫ్రమ్ క్యాపిటలైజ్ ఆన్వర్డ్స్ we have the string methods. Capitalized to Z3. These are our string methods. Okay. So now we will check all these methods, how it works and how it works. We will check that. So first method is capitalize, right? So I'm taking a string Python programming is my string. I want to capitalize this using capitalize method. So we have to use same name. Okay. Don't give spelling mistake, then it doesn't work. So how to use methods means it has a syntax like string variable dot method of. Okay. If you want based on that method what you taken, we have to pass arguments. Is it clear? This is the syntax for use methods in string. So here I'm using capitalize method. So we want to apply this capitalize method to this W string. Okay. So for that I'm taking W dot capitalize of. So I'm just printing this. So what is the what will is there any difference between difference? If you
The
use
first
capitalize, what is the difference? Yeah,
first letter of
the
the string is
first letter, it converts first letter of a string into capital. Okay. So next one వచ్చి case fold. So let me check what the case fold do. So don't give spelling mistakes. For example, I'm giving C here as a capital. Then what it displays? It displays an error. Attribute error. String object has no attribute capitalized. We don't have C capital. Okay. We only give like that only. Okay. Don't give spelling mistakes. Then it doesn't support. It only supports as it is. So next method is case fold. Let me check to case fold. It displays nothing. There is no difference. Why there is no difference means I'm just change my input string with capitals. Okay. So Python is in small letters. Programming is in capital letters. If you use case fold for this string, then it displays in all small letters. Okay, so next one, center. So we have some special symbols, right? So for example, I'm taking another method, that is lower. Then also it displays same result, right? So what is the difference between case fold and lower means? So in case fold, uh, some German lowercase letters are there. Those letters will be changed in case fold, but in lowercase it doesn't do nothing. Okay, so for example, I will take so in my laptop there is no German special characters. That's why I'm typing. I'm searching here. So here you can see this is a German small lower letter. If you use case 4, then it displays SS instead of this German letter, right? If you use in lower, it displays same as it is. Okay, that is the difference between lower and case 4. Is it clear or not? Okay. So next method. So what is the next method?
Center, ma'am.
Yes, center. So let me take another string. So Python is my string. I want to use case center method. So here, how many letters we have in Python? What is the length of the Python?
6, ma'am.
6. I want a string with 10 characters and with center using at the rate. You can use any symbol you want. If you print this, it overall length will be 10 and it will use at the rate. Okay. So if you give 20, it overall length must be 20. Okay. If you use any symbol you want. So for example, I'm using dollar here. It gives dollars. The letter must be in center. Okay. The string must be in center. Is it clear? So next one, count. Think if so, I'm taking same another string. So if you use all methods with same thing, some of the strings are takes different way. That's why. So our next method is, what is the next method?
Count, ma'am.
Count. Count is the next method. So I want to count the I value. So in string I value was in two times, right? That's why the count of the I is 2. So if you give n, what is the count? What is the count of n?
3.
3. Okay. Next one, encode. So for encode also we want special symbols. Mm, I will take special symbols from here. In mobile you have, if you press on one alphabet, it has so many types of letters, right? For example, I'm taking A. In above A you have dots. In laptop I don't have that option, so that's why I'm taking from Chrome. So if anyone attended in mobile, just print A value in encoded format. Okay, I will take this. Instead of A, I am using this symbol. So I want to encode this element, so that's why I'm taking. So for example, txt dot encode is my method of. I want to print that. So it displays something. So instead of in place of A, it displays p slash x c3. So slash xc3 slash xa5. So in place of A, it displays this. Okay now. So if you encode any element, then we can use encode method. Is this clear? If you use encode only, then it displays this value. Otherwise, it doesn't display that value. Okay. So next one, make trans. So for example, I'm taking a string. So here you can change the elements. So for example, I'm taking E. Okay. H. H with another thing. So for example, I'm taking capital P. Sorry. You have to pass this in a variable. So for example, in A, I'm taking like this. Print we have to translate this element. Otherwise, it displays like this only. So using if you use make trans, then you have to translate this element. So for that, a dot, sorry, translate that make trans element. Then only it will changes. Okay. Here H changed with P. If you use make trans, then you have to use translate. Did you get this? So if you have any doubts up to now, just ask me.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
For translate method, అంటే ఫస్ట్ లెటర్ ట్రాన్స్లేట్ అయ్యి క్యాపిటలైజ్ అవుతుందా మ్యామ్? అంటే టూ మెథడ్స్ వర్క్ అవుతున్నాయా?
For translating, we have to. I want to replace H with P.
పి బట్ పి అనేది
Using
క్యాపిటలైజ్ అవుతుంది.
no, I'm giving here is a capital P. If you use small
క్యాపిటల్
p, then it if you use small p, then it displays in small p only.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
Okay. So in using makes trans, you have to translate that element. Otherwise, it displays in elements. For example, I'm printing A. Then what it displays in dictionary format some numbers. So you have to see your output. Then you have to use translate. Other than translate, you cannot see your output. Okay, in make trans. That's it. So if you have any doubts in today's session, you can ask me. So someone said that count of I. So someone given this thing, yeah, one only. So here count means this I value how many times present in this string. So I value present in this only one time, right? That's why it displays only one. Is this clear? Okay. So I will give some tasks based on strings.
Ma'am,
Yeah, tell me.
ma'am, once say max sorted min.
Okay. So max here based on alphabetic format, it takes the maximum element and minimum element. Okay. Here y is the maximum element in alphabetic order, right? That's why in this string we have y. That's why it is a maximum element. If you sort that element, then you will see that it is in alphabetic order. Okay. Based on that, it takes minimum value and maximum value.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
For sorting, it is displaying from like in ascending order. Then, if you want to display in descending order, what is the method we are using?
So here let me take reverse equal to true or false. Sorry, equal to. Okay. So someone asked me sorting order. So someone asked me how to reverse this sorted order. So using reverse equal to true, you will reverse the sorted order, sorted elements.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So we already discussed the indexing, right? So I'm giving task like palindrome order. So check the given number is sorry, given string is a palindrome or not. Okay. So does don't display indexing values. I'm just asking this program. So if it is possible, make them more than one letter. Let me give hell here. I mean first letters up to hell. I'm replacing with P. So the first two make trans argument must have to equal length. So it have equal length. We have to take it as a equal length. Otherwise, it displays an error. Is it clear? Okay. If you don't have any doubt, just leave the meeting. I will give more examples. సో మనం అన్ని మెథడ్స్ చెప్పుకున్నప్పుడు ఎక్కువ టాస్క్ ఇస్తాను అండ్ ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ వచ్చి డైనమిక్ స్ట్రింగ్ తీసుకోండి. యూజ్ డైనమిక్ స్ట్రింగ్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ or key and reverse parameters of sort method. So we will discuss that reverse methods also.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, Pavni.
ఫర్ మేక్ ట్రాన్స్ మెథడ్లో అంటే మనం సింగిల్ లెటర్కి సింగిల్ లెటర్ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ ఇస్తున్నాం, అలా కాకుండా మల్టిపుల్ లెటర్స్కి మల్టిపుల్ లెటర్స్ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ ఇస్తే అవుతుందా మ్యామ్? అంటే ఇప్పుడు హెచ్ఈఎల్కి ఇన్ కేస్
అవ్వదు.
పిఎస్ఎన్ అలా
ఇప్పుడు అదే చూపించాను నేను. చూపించాను. అంటే లెంత్ అనేది ఈక్వల్ అవ్వాలి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐమ్ టేకింగ్ హెల్త్ పెన్.
హెచ్ఈఎల్కి 3 లెటర్స్ ఇస్తే
Then it
అవుతుంది.
takes. Yeah.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
Then it takes.
ఓకే.
Okay. Encode. Okay. So if you have the special characters like A, okay, then it display using encode we can get this element. Okay. సో ఈ సింబల్ సెపరేట్ వాల్యూస్ ఉంటాయి, అవి మనం ఎన్కోడ్ యూజ్ చేస్తేనే మనకి డిస్ప్లే చేస్తాయి. ఓకే, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హియర్ దిస్ ఏ వాల్యూ గివ్స్ దిస్ ఏ వాల్యూ మీన్స్ /x3/a5. okay, those values we have to get only using encode method only. So we have more symbols. For every symbol there is a special number. Okay, for this A it has this number, for another symbol that it takes another number. Okay, so if you don't have any doubt, just leave the meeting.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if you want to capitalize all the letters in the string, means what should we use?
There is another method that is upper.
Okay.
So for example, I'm taking a string Python. So s dot upper of. So we have more methods. We will discuss in tomorrow's session. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
like this.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, once say negative slicing, ma'am.
Okay.
Negative indexing slicing, ma'am.
This negative indexing or negative indexing slice.
This only, ma'am.
Okay. So in negative indexing, we have to give only higher number first and this lower number in the ending. Okay, start number must be high.
Ma'am, మీ వాయిస్ రాట్లా.
Am I audible? So someone asked me about slicing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So here only we are starting value must be higher. Here I'm not talking about. Oh, I'm talking about only numbers. Okay. So here I'm giving minus 10 to minus 3. In the negative section, first p must be p is a minus 1 and 0. Sorry, o must be minus 2, h minus 3 like that. So minus 10 means that is n value. Here space also consider, that's why minus 10 means n value. Okay. So minus 10 to minus that minus 3. Minus 3 means p minus 1, o minus 2, h minus 3. So we have to include minus 3 also, then we have to add plus 1. Otherwise it takes excluded value. Okay. Excluded means it gives only n to s. Okay. సో అర్థమైందండి మీకు సో
Yes,
నెగిటివ్
ma'am.
ఇండెక్సింగ్ యూజ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఓకే సో యూ కెన్ యూజ్ పాజిటివ్ ఇండెక్సింగ్ నెగిటివ్ ఇండెక్సింగ్ ఆల్సో ఫ్రమ్ స్టార్టింగ్ పాజిటివ్ ఇండెక్సింగ్ and ends with negative indexing also it supports. Okay. So if you use negative indexing with positive indexing, then it displays nothing because minus 1 means t. After that, there is no any other elements, right? That's why it doesn't displays anything. So if you use minus 1 colon, colon means up to end. After minus 1, we don't have any elements, right? That's why it displays only p value. And zeros are not supported in indexing. If you want to reverse the element, we can use colon colon minus 1. It displays all overall string into reverse manner. It displays. If you want to difference the elements, then you can use step value. Okay, here are the same process, same as positive indexing. You have to include that element, then you have to add one element to it. Okay. So for example, you have different, you want difference, 3 difference, then you have to give 4 here. Like this only, I want one difference, then I will give 2. If you want to different reverse string, then only you use minus. Okay. If you use minus means it reverses the elements. That's it. In step count, if you use minus means it reverses the string. Okay. Is it clear or not?
Yes, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
If you want, if you have any doubt about this, just ask me.
Last one, ma'am.
Okay. Here I'm taking minus 1 colon colon 4. So it starts with minus 1, right? So minus 1 means lost p. So we are not mentioning any n value. So if you mention also, there is no other else, right? If you starts with my p, then no other elements after that, right? That's why it gives only p. There is no other elements after p. That's why it only gives.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am.
No. So if you don't have any doubts, so then I will wind up the session.
మ్యామ్
Yeah, Tarun.
మ్యామ్ ఒకసారి కోడ్ పెట్టాను చూడండి మ్యామ్ ఒకసారి బ్యాలెన్స్ రూమ్ కి
Yeah, okay. It's right.
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
Okay, I will end at the session. Thank you. Okay, everyone.